kings and queens. Today is Sunday. But tell me, how long are you going to mourn Egypt? How long are you going to mourn Saul? When I say how long you're going to mourn, I'm saying is how long you going to stay with your eyes closed, laying in the pit, laying in your own vomit, laying in the darkness with the lights off, the curtains closed. You don't want to talk to nobody. You don't want to eat. You don't want to sleep. How long are you going to mourn Saul? Just like when God was saying when he said in 1 Samuel 1:16, and the Lord said unto Samuel, how long would they mourn for Saul, seeing that I have rejected him from reigning over Israel? God has rejected those things that you are feeling some type of way about. You feel like why they let you go, why they fire you, why the marriage didn't work, why this didn't happen, why you wasn't accepted at the church, why you weren't accepted in your family. You still mourning the things that already happened, the things that you already knew about. You still mourning the familiar things in your past. You still mourning. When are you gonna take the veil off your face? Go out the tomb, go out the graveyard, and live your life and be better in your purpose, and open your eyes to God is doing a new thing. How long are you gonna bury Saul? How long are you gonna keep staying in Egypt with your mindset? Keep staying in Egypt with what could have happened. If I would have made this decision, I would have been, my finances would have been, if I would have did this, I would have went to college, I would have had a better job. If I would have waited till I got married, I would have had children. All these are what if. How long are you going to keep mourning those things from your past? How long you going to keep on beating yourself up? How long you going to keep on saying, if I go back, this time when you go back to the marriage, this time you go to the relationship, this time when you go back to the family, it is your whole life, your funeral arrangements. That is. Because see, guess what? The enemy is banking on you to go back to Egypt. Go back to Pharaoh. Go back to eat his manna. Go back to that friendship. Go back to that church. Go back where it's a spiritual unalive death for you. You keep trying to go back to what's familiar. You know that you have grown past that. You no longer have the taste for that same toxic relationship. You have no longer the taste for that marriage. It was built on sand, quicksand at that. It wasn't built on the rock anyway. You know you have no longer taste for that family that's bound with those chains of Jezebel. You have to know that you are the curse worker. You have to keep going forward. How long are you going to mourn Saul? How long are you going to stay in Egypt with Pharaoh? How long are you going to keep letting Pharaoh give you manna? The manna of infirmity, the manna of depression, the manna of oppression, the manna of self-doubt, the manna of self-hatred, the manna of fear, the manna of being bonded with poverty, the manna of being abandoned with rejection. Well, how long are you going to keep letting him keep you bound? God is doing a new thing. He brought you out. He brought you out. He sent a person to bring you out. He came and got you out. Exodus 9:1. The Lord said unto Moses, go to Pharaoh and say to him, this is what the Lord, the God of Hebrews, said, let my people go. They may worship me. Because God sent somebody to get you up out of that Pharaoh's land. You got a Moses. You got somebody who gave you a word of wisdom, counsel. You got a word from maybe a feed on your YouTube or a feed on your TikTok. You got a word. You got a word from God. You had an angel minister to you. You had God spoke down. You had his audible voice. You heard him say, let them go. You heard him say, pack your bags and let's go. He told you sometimes he told you to leave it there. He said, leave the money, leave the job, leave everything. He told you to let it go. Because I got manna for you. Don't try to keep manna in your refrigerator, because I'm going to have different manna for you, because it's going to get spoiled. It's going to get infected. Because see, while you were sleeping, the enemy was coming and infecting the manna that God had for you, trying to save that manna for the day that he has for you today. You trying to save it for tomorrow. But he said, don't keep nothing, because he know the enemy going to try to infect it. Sometimes you need new manna every day. You need new word. You need new revelation. You need new wind. He got to give you a new heart daily. He got to give you a new mind daily. He got to renew your mind. He got to renew your thoughts. He got to uproot every thought that has kept you captive of depression, oppression. You have got things that has been twisted in your mind daily. You have got doubt in your your mind. You have fear. You had depression over you. You have people speaking word curses over you when you was in the womb before you even came out. Your family was speaking word curses over your mama womb before you came out, over your daddy's whatever. You will understand the God you serve brought you out. Sometimes he sent things. He allows it to happen. Just like Job. Just like Joel 2:25, I will restore to you the years that the locust has eaten, the cankerworm and the caterpillar and the palmerworm, my great army which I sent among you. He sent stuff among you. Because sometimes he got to clear the way. He got to clear the way of the snakes. He got to clear the way of the liars. He got to clear the way of the destiny blockers. He got to clear the way of the people that's jealous and envy. He got to clear the way, even if it's your husband, even if it's your child, even if it's your mama, even if it's your daddy, even if it's your teacher, even if it's your leader, that part. He has to clear the way for you to be able to be free. He has to part the Red Sea, and whatever he got to do, he will do it. It don't matter who is in your way. Who is your Pharaoh today? Who is your Pharaoh? If it's your pastor, he got to go. Whoever it is your Pharaoh trying to keep you bound, keep you in chains. If it's your mama, your grandmama, your children, your husband, whoever it is, your classmate, whoever, God gonna remove the Red Sea, gonna part the Red Sea, that part. And he may let some of that stuff come through. Because, baby, you was going to be free. Because, baby, he going to restore what the thief has stole sevenfold. You can ask for 3 more, that part. Because I know, I'm asking God, yeah, he stole. You said I could get 7. Can I get 3 more? Sometimes you got to ask God for what you want. You can't have your closed mouth talking about, God, I don't, you humble, but you ask God, yeah, he stole. You said 7, Lord, but I want, can you give me more? Just like when the prophet asked for wisdom, he gave him more than what he begging for. Sometimes you got to ask. Sometimes you got to ask for things that you want. Now, it's according to his riches and his will for your life. But at the same time, you got to open your mouth as a sound, as an authority. You got to pray. You got to sit there and speak that word back. And he said his word would not return void. And who is your Pharaoh today? You can't go back to that marriage. He been beating on. He been trying to kill your spirit, trying to unalive your spirit. He trying to unalive your thoughts. He been trying to put you in depression. Your weight up and down, skin up and skin. Your body, you can't digest stuff. She emasculating you. She sleeping with your friends. She doing all this. You got people that sitting there talking about you, emasculating you, trying to make you an Ahab. You got to understand. Sometimes the people that come to destroy you, it's going to be in your own household. He told you that in the word. Just like David's sons try to unalive him. Just like David's son, one of them committed to gripe his daughter. Incest, that part, because you got some of that in your family, that part. Because sometimes you need to bring the sound, you need to break the chain. Stop trying to sit in. You seen your uncle, you seen your aunt Annie, you seen your mom, you see people incest, you seen people doing all this stuff. You see foolishness in your family. You the curse breaker, God cutting chains. He's saying you coming up out of there. You still trying to stay in. You talking about familiarity. I want to stay, honey. You knew you was the black sheep. You knew your children was, your grandchildren. You know you don't even belong in their family because they not your family. They just the vessels. Came through your mama to get you here, baby, but that ain't even your family. God said I got you a new family, but you trying to hold on to your daddy. Oh yeah, he drank. Oh, that's my daddy, huh? Please, he a whole demon. That's that part. You're dealing with spirits. We don't wrestle against flesh and blood. Principalities in dark worlds, in the spiritual realm. I need you to understand. I told you, I keep telling you, all they need is a body. And whoever that Pharaoh gonna be in your life and the enemy will use, he will use it. So you gotta know who your Pharaoh. You know you can't go back to that marriage. You know you can't go through that job. The job had you in depression, your weight up and down. The job had you have a nervous breakdown. God said let it go, he let it go. You sit here trying to see if you can go back. You put a 2-week notice and you saying, oh well, I make my money. I don't want to shake fries no more. I'm gonna go back and answer the phones and make this $15 an hour, baby. And it had you all where in there with a stroke. That part. Do not go back to Pharaoh's camp. Stop holding on to matter from yesterday, because God said he gonna give you new matter every day, because the enemy will try to tank the manna that God gave you the day before. So this time when you going forward, you let God give you new manna. And Exodus, Pharaoh's camp. And good day.